Daniela. As Aaron said, I'm a dietitian at Mount Sinai Hospital, and I also work at the 92nd Street Y where Aaron works at, also where I do private nutrition counseling. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to optimize your workouts with good nutrition. Okay, so I like to say if you can't fuel it, then you shouldn't be doing it. You would never get into a car at first, right? So think of your body as like a car or a New York City bus, and you wouldn't want to drive your body without putting fuel into it first. Right. So some of the foods that we want to eat before exercise should really be carbohydrates. We could think of carbohydrates as our body's muscle fuel. Our muscles store carbohydrates. It's our first source of energy, and when we eat carbs, our bodies, the energy is readily available for our muscles to use. So some foods that include carbs would be things like bread, rice, crackers, rice cakes, cereals, and yogurt actually is also a good source of carbohydrate, even though we're hearing a lot that it's also a good source of protein. It really is a good source of carbohydrates also. You can have some protein before you work out, but it's not as important. It's harder to actually convert the protein into energy for your muscles, and you want to avoid really high fiber, really high fat foods. So this wouldn't be a time to choose like a high fiber cereal or like a really high fiber bread or a really fatty food like a fried chicken and French fries. We've all been there choosing the wrong things before we work out, and we've all felt the GI distress, stomach aches, and you'd rather just go take a nap rather than be running or doing something like that. If you're eating a larger balanced meal, that would include some kind of carbohydrate source, a portion of protein, and definitely some vegetables. Okay, so if you're having a bigger meal before workout, you would want to allow yourself 2 to 3 hours to digest that meal. If you're having another snack, you wouldn't want to wait 4 hours after your meal and then work out. So in that case, you would want to have a smaller snack before working out. So again, a banana would be good, a yogurt would be good, a granola bar if you can tolerate that, but not one that's super high in fiber. So some snacks that you could have after a workout could be crackers with like a string cheese or with a hard-boiled egg or with some turkey slices. Cottage cheese I think is a great one with crackers or maybe with a handful of cereal. Having a fruit and maybe some nuts would be a good after workout snack also. Or if you're working out and it's time for dinner, if you're having your balanced meal, then you would definitely get your carbohydrate and your protein and some vegetables also for some good nutrition. Okay, so water is really sufficient for most people if you're working out less than an hour. If you're working out more than an hour or definitely more than 90 minutes, that's when you would want to choose a sports drink. Our bodies need water because while we exercise, our muscles are generating 20 times more heat than we would than when we're just standing at rest. So our body needs water to convert it to sweat to cool us down during exercise. It's definitely important to drink water before, during, and after exercise. And when you're preparing for an event the day before, you definitely want to drink water throughout the day. And also make sure you're having a carbohydrate-rich meal the night before. So this would be like your bread, your pasta, your rice, to make sure that your carbohydrate stores, your glycogen stores have plenty of energy for your body to run on the next day. The day of, you would want to have a smaller meal about 2 hours before working out, and again, carbohydrates. So I think a bagel would be a great idea, or yogurt, or cereal, bananas. These would all be good foods that are easily digested that you would want to choose before a workout. So if you're doing longer marathons, every hour you would want to have a small snack like the goos or the gels, and drinking water during your marathons is also important. The standard is about 8 ounces or 1 cup every like 20 minutes. And you can also weigh yourself before and afterwards and figure out what you lost. And for every pound that you lost, you're supposed to drink 16 to 20 ounces of water. That's a little for more advanced athletes, but just a tip. When it comes to eating and exercise overall, everyone's body is different. Like I might be able to eat a granola bar half an hour before I work out. Someone else may not be able to tolerate that. So it's really important to listen to your body, pay attention to how you perform, and after eating certain foods. So maybe keeping a food journal and keeping track of what you're eating, how what time you're eating it, how much in advance of your workout are you eating your food, and how do you feel? Do you feel like you have a lot of energy? Do you feel lethargic? Do you still feel that food sitting in your stomach? So these are just tips that you could use and as a take home to figure out which foods are going to work best for you.